I'm in the process of sponsoring a family that is fleeing South Africa due to the white genocide. I am not going to let a white group of people suffer and not help them because I've been bullied into not giving. That ain't me. Wrong dude. Don't care. These people want to be Americans. They don't want to be South Africans anymore because that country was given over the minute Communist Mandela was let out of prison. They're going to live in my house, and I'm going to feed him and take care.
A documentary, born of urgency and a deep-seated ache, entered the world. Its name was Farmlands, and its creator, Lauren Southern, sought to illuminate a darkness many preferred to ignore. It spoke of blood on the soil, of lives brutally extinguished, of a silent war waged against a people often unseen. It showed white faces, men, women, children who were not perpetrators, but victims. Their stories, etched in sorrow, found their way through fiber optic cables and satellites, leaping across oceans, landing in hearts far removed from the dusty plains of South Africa. And in the quiet solitude of a living room in the United States, a man named John watched. He wasn't a politician, nor an activist. He was simply a man with a generous spirit, a heart open to the suffering of others. He saw the weathered hands of the Afrikaners, heard their broken pleas, felt the invisible weight of their plight press upon his own soul. He saw a shared humanity, a vulnerability that transcended borders and cultures. Their struggle, so distant, felt intensely personal. He felt a call to action, a stirring within him that demanded more than just passive empathy. He felt compelled to open his home, to offer a sanctuary. And so, they arrived. A family from the farmlands of South Africa, seeking refuge, seeking a new beginning. Peter, the father, with a confident air, spoke of entrepreneurial spirit, of businesses left behind, of a desire to contribute. Anna, his wife, echoed his sentiments, her voice soft but firm, promising industriousness, promising to own their keep. John believed them. He saw the hope in their eyes, the dreams painted on their faces. He believed in the resilience they claimed, the unwavering spirit of the Afrikaner farmer he had come to admire. He opened his home, his pantry, his life. For a time, the echoes of the documentary seemed to have found their resolution in this act of kindness. But as days bled into weeks, and weeks into months, a different truth began to emerge.
They cost me a lot of money when they were here, suck and parasite and use people, and then when they're done, they just, go on to the next. When they talk to me, it's like, hey, we're a good family, we own a business, and we're hardworking people, and, when we get to America, the way we'll pay the rent will be, we'll work for you guys, all right? If anything, we had to work 10 times as hard just to take care of these people.
The promises of hard work, of self-sufficiency, began to feel hollow. The initial gratitude faded, replaced by a quiet expectation. The hard-working business people seemed to spend their days in idleness, their energy reserved for excuses, for reasons why their grand plans couldn't quite materialize. John's generosity, once boundless, began to fray. He saw not industriousness, but inertia. Not contribution, but consumption. The plight he had felt so deeply, now felt less like a shared burden and more like a carefully constructed narrative. The echo of the felt was being replaced by the gnawing silence of disillusionment. And John's story, sadly, was not unique. In the years that followed, a new exodus began. 49 individuals, self-proclaimed Afrikaner refugees, have now sought asylum in the United States. Each carrying a similar narrative, a similar claim: we are farmers. We are business people. We are victims. The internet, the same tool that brought Lauren Southern's documentary to the world, now became a mirror, reflecting uncomfortable truths. Investigations began. Questions were asked. And the carefully constructed facade began to crack. Some of these individuals, claiming a heritage inextricably linked to the Afrikaans language and culture, were proven to not even be Afrikaans. Their accents betraying their origins, their lineage a patchwork of convenience. Others, claiming to have abandoned vast tracts of land, were exposed as not owning a single acre. The very cornerstone of their plight crumbling under scrutiny. The echo of the farm murders, a real and tragic reality, had been manipulated, distorted, weaponized. The genuine pain of a community had been co-opted, used as a shield, a passport to a new life. And the generous hearts, like John's, who had opened their homes, their wallets, their very belief systems, were left to grapple with the bitter taste of betrayal.